All right, thank you everyone for joining. Today, we are going to be sharing more of a rundown on the exciting news we had yesterday and also taking your questions. So, if you have any questions on the next generation Stride and all the new announcements, put those in the chat either on YouTube or on Facebook, and they'll be passed on to me and I will answer them. So, if you haven't heard by now, we are introducing the next generation Stride, and that is available for order today and will start shipping in early November. Let's take a look at the next generation Stryd. The first thing you're going to notice, and this is both the front view and back view of Stryd. The first thing you're going to notice on the left side, we can see the next generation clip with the dual silicon anchoring. And this dual silicon anchoring maximizes the stability of Stryd on your foot to capture core body motion even better and collect higher quality data. And on the right side of the image, you can see the top of the next generation Stryd. And the most notable aspect is the aerospace grade aluminum mounts, which you can see as the orange arc on the back of Stryd, which also helps stabilize Stryd the shoe. And the next generation Stryd features all next gen sensors, materials, and designs. Let's take a look at the sensors first. So the next generation sensors are providing 4 times the dynamic range. There's always been more to discover in your run, and with upgraded sensing capability, the next generation Stryd will find it. With this improved dynamic range, Stryd is even pick up your highest, max effort performances, most extreme performances, whether you're running downhill, you're running at extreme speeds, whether you're sprinting. Stryd is able to resolve those, highest efforts and, analyze the data from those. Next, the Stryd is capturing 6 times the sample frequency, and 6 times the sample frequency enables Stryd to look at every step you take in finer detail than ever before. There are more vital components of your run are being analyzed to uncover more data. So, for example, once again, when you're sprinting, you're going through your most extreme performances. Stryd is capturing those with 6 times the frequency, collecting 6 times the data to analyze that and really capturing your run in unparalleled millisecond, sub-millisecond, and millimeter precision to give you unprecedented insights. And finally, as part of the next generation sensors is improved hardware filtering. With improved hardware filtering, the next generation Stryd is capturing everything that matters and discarding what doesn't. So this hardware filtering is filtering down on analog sensor data before digitization. So it's happening on the hardware. This is and all this is working together to create that maximal data quality. That's on the sensor side, but also the next generation designs and materials are working together to create that maximal data quality as well. And the first part of this, the most noticeable part when Stryd is on your shoe, is the aerospace grade aluminum mount. The aerospace grade aluminum mount is helping anchor Stryd to the new next generation Stryd clip and to the foot so it can capture your core body motion better. Next is the double silicone anchoring of the next generation Stryd clip. So you can see the redesigned clip here. It's being attached to the bottom side of Stryd in this image. And with silicone surfaces on both the bottom and the top of clip, it helps you set the next generation clip on your shoe and stabilizes that position so that it doesn't move at all, and this really helps when you're anchoring Stryd to shoes with unconventional lacing patterns. It'll basically, the clip and the Stryd will stay exactly where you want it to be. And on top of that, it just looks and feels cool. From the moment you take the next generation Stryd out of the box, you hold in your hand, you just get an all new feel and all new toughness to the pod. And finally, the next generation Stryd features an advanced fiber material enclosure. So now 100% of the pod is now covered in this advanced fiber material, and this is adding a new level of strength and ruggedness to help maximize Stryd's position on the foot. So combining all this, it creates that next generation design. When we combine the next generation materials and the design changes, you get an all new updated Stryd pod. But it goes far beyond just aesthetics because all these next generation sensors, design, and materials are working together to help create next generation features. And the first feature is the up to 5 times improved running power responsiveness. The next generation Stryd offers incredibly responsive power that delivers on the promise of power one metric to guide your run in any condition. You can now more quickly and more easily dial into the right intensity in any run condition with up to 5 times improved power responsiveness over the previous generation Stryd. And in my experience, this improvement will be felt on your very first run, whether you're completing mixed intensity training, sprints, or running over varying terrain at the or at just at the track. You'll find that you can reach your target intensity much quicker and much more easily. And even just going out for your very first run, from the very first few steps, you're going to notice that Stride is responding much faster. And this makes a big difference for workouts, for when you have either a zone-based workout or you're having a power target you want to reach, or even just trying to get to race speed at the start of a race. You're going to reach your power target much quicker, so you can, complete the workout to compliance. You're going to be getting more to your workout because you're going to be in the target intensities, much faster, and stay in those intensities longer and stay in those intensities much easier. And that's not all the responsiveness does. So the new responsive power value is, of course, going to be available on your sports watch, whether you have Garmin watch, Apple Watch, Polar, Suunto, Wahoo. But also, we're building out new run profiles for the Stryd apps on both the Garmin watch and the Apple Watch. So you're going to be receiving a tailored pacing experience that makes pacing in these conditions easier than ever before. And these new tailored run modes are going to be for road, track, and trail. So the road profile leverages Stryd's improved responsiveness to get you to your target power in an instant. The track profile brings Stryd's most responsive power number ever, so you can hit every split with wattage precision. And the trail profile gives you Stryd's most stable power number ever, so you can stick to your power target even over conditions that change on a step-by-step basis. So this is a unique combination of display technology within the Stryd app and also leveraging the data that Stryd's reporting in order to give you this tailored pacing experience. And that's not all, because with the improved responsiveness, it also adds sprint accuracy to the picture. And it is absolutely critical that endurance runners track their sprint performance, whether you're trying to, sprint at the end of a race, try to meet a time goal, or whether you're just completing a balanced training plan with some sprinting involved. It is incredibly important that you understand your sprinting capability. And the first thing you can do is guide high intensity efforts. Let's say you're doing some track work, you're running, for example, 100, 200, 400 meter repeats, and you really want to dial in on the right intensity. The conventional way of doing this is just to look at your splits every 100 meters. But these can be deceiving and they don't always lead to the best information. For example, if you started out, for example, 100-meter section too fast, you know, runners have a tendency to coast those last 20 meters or so they don't overshoot their target. Or let's say you start out the 100-meter section a little slow, you can always pick up the speed towards the end. And you can actually hit your 100-meter splits in many different ways, but you're not really completing the goal of your workout when you change pace in the middle of a track workout. So when you have a Stryd's power number, you have this new responsive power number with sprint accuracy. It's actually very easy to guide high intensity efforts because you can check your intensity at any moment of the run, whether you're on a curve or in the middle of a straightaway. You can basically look at that intensity and make sure you're hitting that intensity step by step, second by second throughout your entire repeat on a track. And also, what the sprint accuracy does is it completes your power duration curve. So the new sprint accuracy will bring a new level of fidelity to your power duration curve in the sub 10-second range. And this is awesome because when your power duration curve becomes more accurate, it makes your training targets more accurate and your racing targets more accurate. So even if you're not a big sprinter, you're just completing critical power tests, you're going to benefit from improved power targets during every run because you have the improved power responsiveness and sprint accuracy with the next generation Stryd. And responsiveness is not the only thing that improved the next generation Stryd. With the next generation Stryd, we are introducing a new feature to track lower body stress that will help you dial in your recovery and sustain peak running performance. Driven by Stryd's new ability to accurately track impact loading rate, this metric will allow runners to quickly identify and work to recover from large changes in lower body stress that could otherwise be problematic. And this is really critical because let's say you build up tons of great fitness with the next generation Stryd pods, you're completing your workouts better, you're sprinting better, you're getting faster. And let's say you put too much stress on the body. It's absolutely critical to identify those danger zones and optimize recovery so you can keep your training momentum up. You can capitalize on all the great fitness you have built up. And this new impact data will also allow us to offer insights to help you minimize mechanical stress while maximizing metabolic and race specific training. And ultimately will help keep you at the top of your game. So those are the incredible new features of the next generation Stryd. And for existing Striders, we have a special offer to upgrade to the next generation Stryd. You can save 20% on the full price Stryd unit. You can get this special offer code via your Power Center account. Just go to stryd.com/power center and generate a code for yourself. And this offer will be active until November 10th. So you have plenty of time to get the next generation Stryd, look over the new features. We're going to be having tons of live streams to help tell you about more features on the next generation Stryd. So definitely follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and stay tuned for future live streams where we dive into the data. And the next generation Stryd is available to order today, so you can head to stryd.com/store. And also, we have a special Stryd Plus bundle offer. If you're already a Stryd membership user and you want to save even more on the next generation Stryd, you can buy the Stryd Plus membership bundle. And for example, if you have existing or remaining membership credit on your account, you can use that to apply for the upcoming payments for your Stryd Plus membership bundles. So this is a way to save even more if the Stryd Plus membership bundle is available in your region. And that's right. So anyone who's new to Stryd, we have the Stryd Plus membership bundle, and this is our best offer on Stryd. And it's really the same great price as we had the previous generation Stryd for. So if you're new to Stryd, you want to try out Stryd Plus membership, check out the Stryd Plus membership bundle. And as I just mentioned, it's great for existing users that already are paying for the membership. So you can also save money that way. And here are the main takeaways from the next generation Stryd. First, respond to any challenge with Stryd's new improved responsiveness, whether you're changing speed, completing mixed intensity workouts, running up a hill, running into the wind. The power value is going to be more responsive. It's going to be able to guide you faster in those conditions. It's going to allow you to complete your workouts easier and hit your power targets much easier. Takeaway number 2, you can sustain your performance with the next generation Stryd. With the new lower body stress tracking, you're going to be able to dial in your recovery, optimize, recognize danger zones so you can sustain your performance and reach your goals much faster. And takeaway number 3, completing the picture with the new sprint accuracy, the power duration curve is filled out, and you get a better set of power targets for your training and racing. And as I mentioned earlier, definitely give Stryd a follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube so you can be notified of future live streams and get more content on the next generation Stryd. We will be diving into some data and talking about more features over the upcoming days and weeks. All right, we're to the question and answer section. So we already have some great questions in the chat. I'm going to be answering those. If you have any more questions, put those in the chat and I will be answering those. The first question from Liquor asks, I was told the Windfoot pod takes 15 seconds to display inclines. Does the next generation display faster now? And I got two comments on this. The previous generation FootPod with wind detection was definitely a little faster than 15 seconds to display inclines. And the next generation improves even further upon that. So as you're running up an incline, Stryd is going to be reporting the power you're outputting much faster. We have a question from Randy asking, I run a mile or so until I get to a trail. How does that work with the new run profiles on Stryd? And this is actually something that came up earlier. This is something we'll definitely be taking a look at, where some runs require multiple run profiles, where, for example, let's say you start out a run on just flat road, you run to the trail, and all of a sudden you want the trail run profile. So at launch, you're just going to be select one profile for the run. But this is definitely something we're going to be looking at and continue to send in these feature suggestions, ideas, because we definitely want to expand the functionality and meet your needs. So multiple run profiles in a single activity is definitely something we'll be looking at. Here's a question asking, will the next generation Stryd be fully compatible with the same watch models as the Wind version of the Stryd? And in terms of the metric Stryd is reporting on the Wind model, the next generation Stryd is going to be reporting those same metrics. So it's going to be capturing air power, air resistance still. It's going to still be reporting leg spring stiffness, form power, all the great Stryd metrics. And any watch that currently supports the Wind model is going to have the same support for the next generation Stryd. And we are going to be able to offer even more features on the Stryd workout app and the Stryd app on Apple Watch for the next generation Stryd. We have a question from Alejandro. Will GPS tracking be affected by the new run profiles? For example, will the track mode on Garmin be used in the track run profile? And for that, the Stryd workout app will just use standard GPS tracking. So you are going to have more responsive pacing with power when you use the track run profile on Stryd, but it doesn't have any overlap with the track mode profile on Garmin. So, the track mode profile on Garmin gives that lock to the GPS track. When you use the Stryd workout app with the track profile, you're going to have responsive track power, but you're not going to have any extra GPS features there. We have a question from Chris asking, will the Stryd Plus membership bundle for 6 months, do you pay the price and the monthly membership cost per month for 6 months on top? So that's right. So for the Stryd Plus membership bundle in the US, initially you're going to be charged $149 plus 1 month of Stryd membership, and then for the next 5 months you'll be charged the $9.99 fee for the Stryd membership. And if you're already paying for the Stryd membership, you're basically just re-upping your commitment for the next 6 months. If you already have some credit left on your account, that credit will be used to pay for the Stryd membership for the next 5 months. So once again, that's a great offer for anyone who is already paying for the Stryd membership. Definitely check out the Stryd Plus membership bundle. We have a question from Randy asking, how long will the 20% special offer last and the bundle last for? So for the 20% special offer code for existing Stryd customers, this deal spans from now until November 10th. And for the bundle, we'll be offering the bundle moving forward. So that'll be a great option anytime going ahead. We have a question from Chris asking, what is my current membership is due mid-October, and I was going to renew for a year. How does that work? So if you renew your Stryd membership for a year and then you buy the Stryd Plus membership bundle, all that credit you already paid for, that'll be used to apply for the payments for the Stryd monthly membership. If you buy the Stryd Plus membership bundle now, you'll basically be paying monthly for the next 6 months on the Stryd membership. And then at that point, you could also pay for a year moving forward. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, it'll be handled no matter what, whether you want to subscribe for a year now and then buy the Stryd Plus membership bundle, or buy the Stryd Plus membership bundle now, pay for 6 months, and then subscribe for a year later on. We have a question asking, great updates. Will any of these upgrades filter down through older models, as that would be a fair and reasonable update for us wanting to stay with the older models? And in terms of firmware updates, we're only going to be focused on the next generation Stryd. But in terms of software updates, updates for the watch ecosystem, updates to the power center, those are going to be available for all users. And that's going to help you get more out of the data that your Stryd is collecting. And we have a question from Koba asking, will the Stryd Pioneer status remain when you upgrade to the next generation Stryd? And the answer to that is yes. The Stryd Pioneer status is always maintained, whether you subscribe to the membership, give up on the Stryd membership, buy the next generation Stryd. You're always going to keep that Stryd Pioneer status on your account. Excellent. So that is all the questions we've had so far. If anyone has any more questions, definitely put those in the chat. I'm just going to be wrapping up here pending any more questions. Instant impact. We hope that the next generation Stryd leaves an instant impact on your running. We hope that it gets you to your goals faster. We hope that you're going to notice it from the moment you take out of the box, how it feels, your very first run. We hope that's leaving an instant impact, and you make the most of these next generation sensors, designs, and materials to deliver really the ultimate running with power experience. That's all we have for today. Definitely follow us along on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube for future live streams and content on the next generation Stryd. Thank you everyone for joining.